welcome to Divine Horses to Humans. I'm Jason Divine, and this is the Palida playlist. So go check out the daily intro and the daily feed intro, and I'm just I'm talking about lifestyles, how a lifestyle can make you feel. If you're following a certain kind of lifestyle and a certain kind of, I don't know, let's say character you're trying to portray to the world and it's not going right, you need to look at your circle and think, is this where I want to go? Because that's what's going to define where you go. Because you want to find happiness, it's all in your head, it's all in your heart. And this is why I have horses, because they bring me comfort, they bring me joy. You could say it's unconditional love, but I don't think they understand what that is. I think that's a value that we have. I think they care about you. I think they learn to trust us. They have to learn to trust us. That's what it's all about. And what they have to learn is that we're not going to run them into trouble. And I said, see how she sort of stops eating and then she tilts her head for you. And I said, this is all a trust thing. That's what it's all about, is trust. And that you're not going to cause them too much bother with what you're asking. So how does that reflect on what I'm talking about today, about happiness and lifestyles and all of that? As well, I said yesterday, there's a huge benefit in what I say is called doing nothing with your horse. And I think it's hugely beneficial. Like it's hugely beneficial if you do nothing with a colleague, a friend, or, you know, there's something in it. So let's see how we get on with this today. See if she follows it. Right, she's still, oh, there you go, look at that. Look, and that was all with a loose rein. We asked for it and she gave it. That's really good. And I said, you can't do enough of this sort of stuff. And this is what, yeah, look. Just wait in there, hold in there, hold in there, there. And this is what I find brings me balance. It brings me, like, because you couldn't do this yesterday, because that's what we were getting yesterday. She kept having backwards on her mind. So I want her just to follow. There. Wait for her to tilt her nose. There. See the exhale? She tilted her nose. Oh look, she's actually sort of anticipating it. So I'm going to put my hand out here so she can see it more. There. So we've done that, and I'm not going to keep going over it and over it. I will keep going over it, but we got some good flexion there, didn't we? So left leg is forward, right leg is back. So that's going to be opposite for you, obviously. So we want the left leg to go back. So left, right, left, right. Okay? So that's how I talk to horses. I don't use a direct rein. See that she's starting to follow it now, look. So let's see if it goes over this side. Let's see if we get the same over here. There. That's loads better. There. And like I said, I want to be able to, these horses to understand this lead rope, to understand that this is a rein effectively. I don't ride on contact. because I believe it cooks horses too much. I'd rather it's a bump and a release. It's a bump and a release. Bump and a release. Bump and a release. Bump. And then they start to get it, and then they start to understand what I'm actually asking them, because I want them to use their brain. I want it to be a partnership. I want them to use, like Naranka, go and check her playlist out. She's 40 years old, right? In the discipline she comes out of, if you're not watching what's going on the field, right, and that ball changes direction, she will just stop and change direction. And that's what you want. But you have to be aware of what's going on within the game, yeah? And you want horses to be able to read the play almost. But you have to be very, very aware of what's going to happen. So, that's one thing. So, we're talking about your horses should be quite comfortable with all the tools that you have. Yeah, they shouldn't get upset about a broom. They should be able to caress her with it. There shouldn't be any problem, and there's no problem, is there? Okay? It's just a tool I use, and it can only become a lethal weapon if it's put into a lunatic's hands or a psychopath's hands. If I do this and I hold it like this, and then I let go of it like this, it's now dead. Yeah, she just clouted me on the head, but why am I going to get upset about that? I created it. She didn't hit me hard, she actually moved her head, but like a zip. It's just a piece of wood with some bristles on the end. Anything can turn into a weapon. So, if we were to introduce this, right, this is the umbrella that was on top of the camera that I talked to you through. And we had it on the top for, I think, 2 days. I introduced it to them. And, yeah, they got their heads around it. So this is how I would go about it, right? Now, this is just a tool, right? I'm more focused on you than I am her, okay? I'm not going to turn around and go, right, you've got to deal with this and I'm coming in and I'm going to be... Because that's sneaky and intentional and putting her under huge amounts of pressure. But if I was just to stand here and go, all right, this is where it goes, this is where this tool goes, and let's just try and bring her forward a bit, and she comes forward, now I can caress her with it. So we're on the starting of accepting the umbrella. Right, rub her on the wither, and then just put it back on your shoulder. Put it on the floor. Go left, go right, go round and round. The same as what you would do with the rope. And this is where the rope is one of the most important tools you have in your arsenal. And that's why you have to have a long rope and a rope halter, so you can actually use a signal to actually talk to them. So there's the signal, all signal. Right, so that goes up on my shoulders again, and I go here. Let's just add a little bit of a jig around with it. Yeah, woo, yeah, woo. Right, but she's got a little bit open-eyed, ears went forward, a little bit sceptical. So I'm going to go around this side. I'm going to see she investigated. She's investigated. She touched it. Okay. So I can use it as a replacement tool. Right. So this tool is now effectively like my stick, my horseman's stick. My horseman's stick and string, my horseman's stick and flag, but it's a stick, innit? That's all it is. So I said, just go left, right, round the world, back round the world, back up to here, and then we just go la 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 la, la 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 la. But remember, we're on the right side, so I need her to pay a little bit more attention to what's going on instead of what's over there. So there, I'm using it to scratch her with. There. And then I just come back and then I just relax. Cock my leg a little bit. Ask her to come up here a bit. Right, there. There you go. So, can I use it to back her up? There. But she's done what I asked. Now I'm going to caress her with it. I don't want her to be scared of it. It makes a funny noise, see? But she's not leaving, is she? There you go. There's the mouth, the lick, the chew, the release of pressure, anxiety, whatever you want to call it. But that is a sign that it's what you're doing is working. So once again, change arms. So my lead rope is in my left hand. I'm on the left side of the door. So if I was sitting on the top, that's where my hand would be. Right, and this is just a tool. So let's have a rub, and now let's ask her to disengage her hind with it. There. Now give her a rub. Now disengage your shoulder. Right, and again. There. Now I can push her forward with it. Right, go forward. See how big her eye's getting. Forward. There. Right, but then I come back and I do this. Right, because it's just a tool. That's all it is. But the scary part of it comes into it when we do this. It becomes a bit different, doesn't it? Makes a noise as well. So it's all about levels, starting at a certain level. So you might go and watch clinicians messing about with umbrellas and stuff, and they get this horse to accept an umbrella in 25 minutes or whatever it is. But the slower you can go, right, the faster it'll happen. And you've got to understand that these clinicians are putting a show on. It's all showmanship. They've got to get the job done, otherwise it reflects on them and makes them look stupid, right? But you go and listen to the top horsemen, they talk about, it's all about time. And this, all I'm doing is just making it a really, really nice place for it to be. It's not a problem, is it? Up, down, around. And what you'll notice, that certain clinicians will work on one side of the horse. So they work out that she's, like for instance, she's quite good at accepting it on the left, yeah? So if I was a clinician and I was working the crowd, I would work this horse on the left. But you have to balance them up, right? So whatever you do on that side, you have to do on this side. So there we go. Lead rope, rein in right hand. Umbrella, carrot stick in left hand. So it's a little bit more reactive this side, but she's dealing with it, isn't she? So whatever you do one side, you do the other, and you'll keep hearing me repeating that. So let's see if we can finish this off with it open. Right, so we've got it open. So what do? Right, left hand. There you go. She dealt with it. And I've never really done anything with this brolly with her before. I've had it on the tripod several times. But this is just, she's been made ready for quite a lot of things. So there you go, you can hear sort of Divine's getting a little bit bothered about it. And out of all of them, Divine should be the one that can accept it the most, because you see this thing, see, look, she turned one eye, the left eye onto us. So anyway, if you want to be happy, find a lifestyle that makes you happy. Look around yourself, look at your circle of people and say, are they going to take me where I want to go? Because you might have to just change your direction of your destiny and take a new path. And that's why I do what I do here, because every day is going on a new path. This is a journey. Right? I got what I got done with her really, really quick. We've had a result. But I can guarantee you the others are not going to be like that. So at that, hit the bell button that's down here somewhere, put a notification on, subscribe, comment, share, so that's run and tell a friend. Go and check out the rest of the content from today and previous. And yeah, we'll catch you in the next episode. But that's on the flip side.